6th. And I'm just looking at the markets today. A lot of interesting stuff has happened. So let me jump right into it. First off, we have a breakout on ES. So I was talking about how I was looking for a move to break this trend and then test this level, and if so, down to here potentially. And we didn't get it. We got the opposite. So we have a nice long trigger up to target would be 7,200 or so. And something like this. A nice clean low here for our stop. This would be kind of like a passive invest, I guess, long. NDQ, we're very close to a breakout here. A decisive move up would give us that trigger, and same with the decisive move down. This I really like because this has been since September 5th, I believe. We've just been in this zone, and so whatever move happens out of this, I think, is a really high probability position. So we can either go long or short, depending on whatever it gives. So I really like this setup for whatever it gives coming up. TLT is still in. Right now we're doing just the pullback, normal stuff. We could see a retest of the lows, which would be still bullish. Test these, and we can continue up. Alternatively, a breakout of this pattern would be a place to add target here, etc. So TLT is interesting. With the Venezuela stuff, I thought we'd get a boost on dollar, which we did. It was smaller than I thought. And we kind of had this, if I zoom in a bit, we had this kind of intraday volatility. Like we got the boost and we reversed pretty quick, but now we're coming back up. So I don't trade the hourly on dollar. Whoops. But we kind of just tested this previous high and then rejected. So this is still bearish, and we basically have another entry pattern here on the lower time frame. But like I was saying, I wouldn't be surprised to see a run up to the 99, and I'm still bearish dollar overall. But this is going to take a long time to materialize. But we did see that little pop that we expected. Oil was a nothing burger, which is kind of what I was talking about in my Venezuela video. Like the material effect on production is nothing, and we actually saw these wicks here get swallowed. It was nice. It's actually very bullish, to be honest. And we have our first kind of real attempt at a breakout with potentially multiple closes above the trend line. So, I mean, chart wise, again, like this is really bullish. If we can get another close above, we have this low test, sweep of the low. This could be the thrust. But yeah, I think $66 oil is a really good place. But we'll see. Time will tell. Natural gas. So this one, I got stopped out here, and we're at our final area of support. So weather's been really bad, so I wouldn't even be surprised to see a spike. But if we reclaim, this will be my last attempt at a long on natural gas, as far as like futures or whatever, because this is just a super long support area. And yeah, I've been planning for this for a long time. So natural gas I really like in this area. You could start building a position now if you're like hyper bullish. We're down probably 60%. Oh, only 40%. Only. But this is a great spot for natural gas. And this goes back to January of last year. So if this doesn't hold, then we can start shorting and having all kinds of fun there. But yeah, natural gas. So as far as producers and stuff, I mean, $3 natural gas is just fine for to make money. I'm big into Tricam, which brings me to the next thing, which is the Canadian oil equities got absolutely decimated. Like pay, I think, what was this candle? Pay was down 6%. CNQ was a big one. I mean, it went. I thought it went more. What candle is this? Friday. I mean, 6% on CNQ. We got basically. Where was it? CVE, was that the big one? One of these dropped like 8 or 9%. Yeah, 7% on that. So I bought these dips like crazy. And so CVE, I'm in from 22.17. Stop below the low, targeting the highs. This is just a clean range reclaim. Perfect lower. Should be a higher low here. It could retest this support, so I might. I haven't decided. Depends what oil does if I go lower, but yeah, this is bullish. Suncor, same thing. It got bought up like crazy this morning, essentially because the oil isn't going to actually impact the Canadian oil fields for a while, if it does at all. Same with OB. OB dropped way down, and up we go on the interim. The plan remains the same for these. Chevron, like I said, everything was a fade. So Chevron went to 172 in overnight. I didn't short it, but that would have been a nice short. And it's actually a support, so it could bounce here. And then if it continues, that's actually a great long. But the reason it's a good long too is XLE. So XLE, which is the Energy Selector ETF, which we've been talking about is bullish since last March. It's just coiling higher lows, building up towards support again. And so we want to see basically this. We want to see a breakout retest, except we want it to go higher. So that's kind of what this is setting up. So this is the market anticipating an oil run. And the nice thing is if it falls below and we get something like this, then we can short it back down to the lows. This is a pretty clean horizontal level. Yeah, so oil and gas. I mean, look, silver's running like crazy. Gold is still running. I took a short on gold on paper. My long was this. I had stops here. As you can see, I got stopped out. Like that would have been stopped out, so that was incorrect. And then, but the idea of maintaining this uptrend was correct. But I think in the future, I would have to put stops lower to accommodate for more. Like below the weekly would have been a better level. So that's something to note. But gold is bullish. Everything's bullish. Wild dollar rallied a little bit, so commodity run is still in full swing. Nickel's the hot one today. Since Christmas, nickel has been on a rip. I don't think I'm going to trade this because this isn't really tradable for me. But there was a miner relating to nickel. I believe it was this one. Oh, look, TLO is up 10% today. Was another one of them. There was some insider trading stuff on this too. But I think it was NICU. I don't trade charts like this, so I have no edge here. This would just be buy and hang on. So not for me, but there's a play there, I guess, if people are into that. But yeah, commodity run is still going strong. So let's look at things that I can actually understand a bit. So UNH has held the support where we added. So new target's 380. Pretty clean. We got the breakout today, so that was nice. And hopefully it holds. Otherwise, retest, whatever. But yeah, long term, this is looking really good. Zim, same thing. We're shooting off. which is nice to see. And I actually really like, you really want to see this on the way up. That's very, very good. Because straight up is bad. Like, these are thin moves. So I'm happy to see this because it provides some support. And we saw that in action yesterday with this candle here. Without this, this might have been much bigger move. But yeah, we're seeing buyers step in, so that's really bullish. So yeah, we're gonna just keep holding long from way down here, so it's easy to hold when you're up that much. But yeah, just follow the chart. Tesla, I guess I should have taken this for real, as it's almost at our target. But yeah, we're just gonna should just oscillate. Oh, Amazon's moving today. What happened? Retesting the highs, so this is a good place to take profit. No setup here, but you'd be looking for a breakout, ideally with a retest. Then you'd be longing. I think I'll wait for that to actually happen before we do targets and stuff, but I'm not really interested in trading this. Google, I'm not in. AVGO. So the setup was here, if you guys remember. No one watches my channel, but if I remember, I think I'm along from around here-ish on paper. This is going well so far. TELUS, going well so far. See what happens. Yeah, waiting. Nike, these are actually real trades. We're doing well here. We're our first, not our first, but the upper range of support. The reason I took the trade here is because it reclaimed this level. So if you were super aggressive, you would literally just hit buy here. But because of the context of this low, this support, reclaiming here was my trigger in conjunction with the broader the broader diagonal. So I'm playing the break, retest, long. So the actual setup here, ironically, is to here. That would be the target. And if this is a true breakout, the price range would be basically this. Like, this would be the target. And that would take 3 or 4 years to develop. But we'll see. I'm going to be pretty patient with this one. For now, let's keep it realistic and keep it within reality. And we need to get through this trend line next. We need to see this. Basically the same shape. And then we can hit here. But yeah, happy with Nike so far. Baba, I don't know if I talked about this one on video yet, but Baba is the latest. Nice, really nice setup. This is actually my trading manual. This is what I used for a continuation pattern example. Brush. Trend. Like, basically a textbook falling wedge, and then the breakout and 2 retests. So I'm really, really happy with this. And the target target can be here, but we actually have other ways of getting targets on. But do it. Zoom out. That's the trade there. So I'll probably just target these highs. And it's the same setup as this. Right? See it come. Major level. Breakthrough. Major level. Breakthrough. Because this here, you highlight this. This is the top of the previous flag, which is really nice to have. So yeah, that's an A+ setup. So we're long that full size, real. I need to drop my stop a little bit. I think my stop's at 143, but I don't know. This one you can let it retest. Should be fine. And up we go. Okay, so that one's good. And I just want to talk about Bitcoin to kind of remind myself of rules here. I'm going to show you a bad trade I made. It was very silly. So Ether, I had this. I went long on my last video from like down here. Went perfectly up, and I closed at my first profit target. And then I reopened for this setup. And then I closed because Bitcoin hit 94. And I've been talking about this 94 level in my videos for a little bit. And I don't know why, but sometimes you just brain fart, I guess. I opened a new long at 94 with my stop below the, let me see, there we go, below the 4 hour. I don't know why I did that because that wasn't in my plans at all. And like, this is a short for me every day. Gets back inside, we short it down. So I don't know why I did that. That's just like lack of sleep, not thinking, whatever. What I needed to do to long here is wait for exactly this, a dump. And then if we reclaim, okay, now I have some context to go long. And that's actually super bullish. And then we're looking at, up here, 106 looks phenomenal. The underside of this, 100, looks phenomenal. But until then, I don't know why I longed this. So I threw away my 1R, and I'm not taking any positions now until I get a clear trigger on the plan. Conversely, if we come up and we reject again, then I can go short. And then we can look for the continuation short. The reality is, and I remember saying this last time, anything in, let me do a smaller one. This zone should be a no-go zone, basically. And then I want to make plays above or below. This is where you'd short if you're a bearish bias, but I don't really want to have a bias here. Anyways, a mistake. And yeah, that's, I don't know what this is. I never actually took. Yeah, and a mistake I made. So same with Sol, like it's a perfect reclaim here. And we're just talking price action. So swept below, long, and then targets the top. But you have this short-term range. Like, this is going to tell you exactly what to do here. Okay, currencies. USD Canadian bounce, just like we planned. And we actually have a inverse head and shoulders forming, which is really bullish. So we'd have like this. And the target will be up here. So our plan continues the same. We're bearish Canadian, which means Euro. Oh, this was a really nice setup too, Euro Canadian. So here we're looking for either a short or a long. We're biasing long because of this zone. And yeah, we've now got an actual pattern to trade. I'll probably take this for real. Especially if it goes up. British pound. I'm going to plan, no position, but looks good. And then JXY is still doing its thing. The only thing that could throw this off is yields look like they want to rip. Like the 10-year looks ready to go. Do I have the 20-year? US. probably have that out. I think that's TLT. I mean, it doesn't get more clear than that, does it? Although it is a reversal pattern technically, but like, yeah, 30-year same thing. It looks like yields want to go, which is not bearish dollar, but everything macro is bearish dollar. Oh. Short end is more bearish. That makes more sense. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. That's where I'm at this week. So I guess the only new positions I took were Baba, I guess. And then I bought that oil dip like crazy. So Baba. And then I went with CVE, and then I just added to my Trican and Payto. But yeah, CVE was my dip buy. It's more oil based, and they acquired Meg, which is they've got really good territory and stuff. But okay, there it is for probably this week. There's not really anything else I'm watching, but if I get any other setups, I'll just make some more videos. Peace.